Welcome everyone to another session on Mission Yeshas. Today we'll be finishing off with Keynesian model on national income. We are carrying forward this session from the last one. So part one we have covered in the previous session. Those who haven't watched it, please first go and watch that and then come to this particular session. So now under part two we'll look at investment multiplier concept. Now what is investment multiplier? You see, investment multiplier denotes that how much will be the change in the national increase in the national income when income increases by 1 rupee. So if suppose income investment increases by 1 rupee, how much will be the increase in the national income? So investment and income here. So the investment multiplier is denoted by the letter K, and we try to find out how much will be the change in the income when investment autonomous investment changes by a single rupee. Let's say if the value of multiplier is 5 times, then for every 1 rupee increase in I, income will increase by rupees 5. All right. This is also sometimes known as multiplier effect or a ripple effect, because it is the economic growth is always synchronous. Let's say for example you all have become CA. Let's say what you will become one day CA. So you all have become CA. You are working in the tertiary sector, service sector. With your money, you will get what you will do with this money. You will create demand. You will buy mobile phones. You will buy car. You will buy houses. You will buy cloth. You will buy more pizza. You will buy Netflix subscription and so on and so forth. It means you are contributing to one service sector, but with the money that you are receiving, you are creating demand in every other sector of the economy. And likewise, there'll be many people who have become lawyers, doctors, engineers, and so on. So, with the money that they receive, they create demand. And when you create demand, businesses want to produce more. And to produce more, they end up generating more employment. And when more employment is generated, it means more people will get the job. Their income will also increase. And when they start consuming, then they will create the next wave of demand. And this way, there will be a ripple effect in the economy, just like there is a standing pool of water and you throw a pebble on of stone in that water. The point of contact is one, but the ripple is felt all across, I mean over a larger area. So that gives us investment multiplier concept. So you see here in this diagram what is happening. So again, as usual, this is our aggregate supply curve. You see C plus S, and this is your aggregate demand curve, that is C plus I, correct? But when aggregate demand increases, there is upward shift in the aggregate demand curve, just like inflationary gap diagram, but this is not an inflationary gap. Why? Because there the demand was increasing without the increase in investment. Here investment is increasing, due to which the demand is increasing. It means economy's potential to meet the excess demand is there. So as a result, what happens? The equilibrium shift from E to E dash. Now, initially the economy was making money, or income in the economy was Y0. Now the income increases from Y0 to Y1. It means this E dash becomes the new equilibrium. And moreover, when we compare, looking at a diagram also will help you understand that this is portraying investment multiplier Y, because what is the increase in autonomous investment by delta I here? This much I can say. Can I say 10% increase? Hypothetical value I've taken. But what is the increase in autonomous investment? Can I say it is increasing in greater proportion than the increase in autonomous investment? If suppose autonomous investment would have increased from up to this point, income would have increased to this point, then I would have said there is no multiplier. Multiplier value 1. 1, it cannot be 0. If there is one value of multiplier is 1, it means there is no multiplier. So it means as much as the income in investment increase, that much is the income is increasing. But that is not happening. Here what is happening? Rather, that your income is increasing in greater proportion than the increase in autonomous investment. So it means investment multiplier is at play. Now, let's say for example, investment multiplier is directly related to marginal propensity to consume, and so much so that value of investment multiplier can also be calculated using MPC. So because why? You see, what is the common thing you'll find in every developed economy? The rate of consumption is very high over there. And that's why they are growing, because consumption creates demand, demand creates supply, supply leads to more production leads to more employment, and more employment, it means more further demand will increase. So unique, one thing common you will find in every developed economy is that the rate of consumption is very, very high. The greater is the rate of consumption, the faster will be the economic growth in that country. So marginal propensity to consume, we know, is denoted by B. So value of K we can also calculate by this particular formula, wherein we write K equals to 1 by 1 minus MPC, or 1 by 1 minus B. Now let's say, for example, if I take the value of B as 0.2 and I want to find out the value of K in this case, so 1 by 1 minus 0.2, that will be 1 by 0.8. So that will be how much? 1.25 times, correct? So it means for every 1 rupee is increase in autonomous investment, income increases by 1 rupee 25 paisa. But what if I increase the value of B to 0.8? In that case, if I want to calculate K, that will be 1 by 1 minus 0.8, that will be 1 by 0.2, that will be 5 times. So can I say, in this case, because of a higher MPC, you have got a higher value of marginal propensity to have higher value of investment multiplier. So greater the value of B, higher will be the value of investment multiplier, and vice versa. Moreover, if there is a direct relation between MPC and K, then there will be inverse relation between MPS and K. So it means, if suppose if MPS is 0.8, then can I calculate the value of investment multiplier? Yes. In this case, K is 1 by 1 minus B, that is 1 minus MPC. We know that 1 minus B is equals to MPS. So can we also write simply that K equals to nothing but 1 by MPS? So 1 by 0.8, you got again 1.25 times. So it means when the value of MPS is 0.8, the value of MPC is 0.2. So you got 1.5 here, 1.5 here as well. But when the value of MPS is 0.2, it means the value of MPC is 0.8. So K will be 1 by 0.2, that will be 5 times. So if MPS increases, then the value of K will decrease, it will lead to leakages. Now also remember, the effect of investment multiplier do not work perpetually. It means forever. It will fizzle down, it will come down eventually due to leakages, and leakages happen due to many reasons. First, there will be progressive taxes. When the taxes increase, then the consumption will decrease, investment multiplier will come down. Then if I'm using my income to pay off the past debt, it means it will not increase current consumption. When the sellers of the goods, they are providing, they are catering to the new demand which is increasing, but only from the stocks which are carried forward, unsold stock from the past, it means to that extent new production will not happen. It means income will not grow the way it should. When there is increase in import in the economy, then also there will be leakage, because if import was not there, the demand could have been met by domestic production. When the income is used to buy stocks and bonds, it means to that extent new demand will not be created. You are preferring to invest more rather than consume more. Then also investment multiplier will go down. If the economy has already reached the maximum potential of production, increase in aggregate demand will only lead to inflation. In that case, again, only the nominal income will increase, but in the real terms, the income doesn't increase. So all these things together will act as leakages that will lead to decrease in the value of investment multiplier. From here also you get many times a question. So now the questions here, you see, in an economy, investment expenditure is increased by 4 crore. So I is delta I is 400 crore, and marginal propensity to consume is 0.8. MPC, or the value of B, is 0.8. Calculate total increase in national income and saving. So first of all, I have to find out what is the value of multiplier. Multiplied with investment, increase in investment, that will give me increase in income. So value of multiplier, what is the formula? I have told you, 1 by 1 minus MPC, that is 0.8. So that will be 1 by 0.2, that will be 5 times. So if investment increases by 400, then income will increase by 400 into 5, that will be 2000 crore. Alright. And savings, if the value of MPC is 0.8, then MPS will be 0.2. So 0.2 of 2000, that will be 400. Here increase in investment by 400 crore. So delta I is 400 crore. Leads to increase in national income. Delta Y is 1600 crore. This is the generic formula. So value of K is change in income, that is 1600, by change in autonomous investment 400. So value of investment multiplier is 4 times. Calculate marginal propensity to consume. So we know that K equals to 1 by 1 minus B. We know that the value of K is 4 times 4 is 1 by 1 minus B. So can I say here it will be 4 minus 4B equals to 1, minus 4B equals to minus 4 हो जाएगा. So it will be minus 3, minus minus cancel, B equals to 3 by 4, that is 0.75 is the value of marginal propensity to consume. Then in an economy, investment increases by 600 crore. If marginal propensity to consume is 0.6, calculate increase in. So marginal propensity to consume is 0.6. So the value of K will be 1 by 1 minus 0.6. That will be 1 by 0.4. Correct? So this way you can easily find out. Alright. So 0.25 हो जाएगा. This is 1 by 0.4. So total increase in national income, whatever value you get here, multiplied with 600. So this way you can solve. Now, three sector model. In a three sector model, you see government intervention is included, and government intervention is only in two ways. That is government expenditure and government, that is denoted by G. Government expenditure is denoted by G, and government taxes is denoted by T. Government receipt, that is taxes. G, if it increases, it will increase the national income. P, if it increases, it will decrease the national income. As simple as that. All right. So in a three sector model, this is your consumption, this is your aggregate supply, this is your C plus I, and this is your C plus I plus G. This is C plus S plus T here. All right. So aggregate demand side is C plus I plus G, aggregate supply side is C plus S plus T. So equilibrium is achieved at this point where C plus I plus G is equal to C plus S plus T, as simple as that. But where you'll get is the problem from there. So in case of a three sector model, you have to remember that there will be a difference between income and disposable income. What is the difference between income and disposable income? That is taxes. So we can say disposable income is income minus taxes. Correct? So if I want to find out C equals to A plus BY, now we'll write BYD. Correct? And YD is Y minus T. So can I write equals to A equals to C plus B? YD की जगह Y minus T. Y minus T. So can I write C equals to A plus BY minus BT? Once you got the value of C, then easily you can get the value of national income. Now it will become what? C plus I plus G. That will be equals to A plus BY minus BT plus I plus G, wherein this is the value of C, this is the value of I and G. Now in this question, they've given you the same problem here. Find out the equilibrium level of national income. I is 50, G equals to T is 20. Now remember, our assumption is taken in a three sector model that G is always equals to T, that is government follows balanced budget. Now you have to find out equilibrium level of national income. P is 20. So can I say YD will be Y minus 20? Let me write it here. YD will be Y minus 20 because 20 is the tax. So can I say here C equals to A plus BYD? So A plus BYD, that is Y minus 20. Alright. So can I write here C equals to A plus BY minus 20B? That is the value of C. Now if I want to find out the value of Y, that is C plus I plus G. So that is A plus, and you know what is A here? A here is 10 plus 0.75 y minus 20b. So 20b, and you have plus I plus g. I is 50 and g is 20. You simply solve this equation. Or you can do additionally, what you can do is find out the complete value of c and then put it in the equation. That will be much more easier rather than you do this. So if I have to do this, that what I have to do here, find out the exact value of c. So exact value of c, we know that c equals to 10 plus 0.75 yd. So can I write here c equals to 10 plus 0.75 yd, y minus 20. देखो 0.75, alright, that is the value of b, yd. So can I write here c equals to 10 plus 0.75 y minus 75% of 20 is 15. So can I write here c equals to 10 minus 15, that is minus 5 plus 0.75 y. So now you got the value of c. Now if I want to find out the value of y, that is c plus I plus g minus 5 plus 0.75 y plus I is 50 and plus g is 20. Now this 0.75 will go to this side. Y minus 0.75 y, that is 0.25 y, equals to 20 plus 50 is 70. 70 minus 5 is 65. So y will be 65 divided by 0.25. So 65 divided by 0.25, though that will be 260. And what is the size of the multiplier? So you know that the value of b is 0.75. So size of the multiplier will be k equals to 1 by 1 minus 0.75. So that will be 1 by 0.25. So that will be 4 times. Right or wrong? Now in this case, they have given you transfer income as well. Simple. Transfer income will be added to the national income. Tax will be deducted, transfer income will be added. So now if you want to calculate your YD, YD will be Y minus T plus TR. So if I want to calculate YD here, so Y we don't know because we have to find out the national income. Y minus T, that is 100, plus TR, that is 50. So YD will be Y minus 50. Same way, you got C here. So C, can I write 100 plus 0.75 YD? YD we know is Y minus 50. Y minus 50. So C will be 100 plus 0.75 Y minus 37.5. Yes, 37.5. So can I write here C equals to minus 100? If you do it, that will be 62.5 plus 0.75 y. So finally, if you want to find out national income, we know that C plus I plus G, that is 62.5 plus 0.75 y plus I is how much? I is 200 and plus G is 100. Now you simply have to solve for y, you will get your answer. It means bring back y here. So it become 0.25 y equals to 200 plus 100, 300, 362.5. You solve it now. Divided by y, 0.25, you will get your answer. Now here you have to find out the value of multiplier. Now remember, they are talking about tax multiplier. There are two types of taxes. So one is known as lump sum tax, one is known as proportional tax. Proportional tax is always denoted as a percentage of income. So we know here that if we want to find out taxes, disposable income will be y minus t minus ty. Right or wrong? So this is how. So if now this is your disposable income. Now if I want to find out what is the value of national income, so can I write here y equals to c plus I plus g? So can we write y equals to c is a plus b yd, correct? So yd is how much? Y minus t minus ty plus I plus g. So can I write here c equals to a plus by minus bt minus bty plus I plus g. Now whatever is with y will take shift it to the left hand side. So can I write here y minus by plus bty equals to a minus bt plus I plus g. If I take y common here, it will be 1 minus b plus bt equals to a minus bt plus I plus g. Now if I keep y here and shift this to the other side, it will be 1 by 1 minus bt, sorry, 1 minus b plus bt multiplied by plus I plus g, correct or not? So this in the equation, this is the formula for tax multiplier, that is 1 minus b plus bt. So let's go to the problem here. Find out the equilibrium level of income. So again, our concern will be now yd. How much will be yd? Yd will be y minus t, that is 25, and minus ty, that is minus 0.1 y. Now remember, total tax is lump sum tax plus proportional tax. Either you add both and deduct from y or deduct it separately. Clear? So that will be your yd, or we can simplify further. Y minus 0.1 y, that is 0.9 y minus 25, that will be your yd. So now if I want to find out the value of c, c is given as 75 plus 0.5 plus 0.5 yd. So yd is y minus 25 minus 0.1 y. So if I open up the bracket, 75 plus 0.5 y minus 12.5, 25 का half 12.5 होता है, and minus 0.5 into 0.1, 0.5 into 0.1, that will be 0.05 y. So C will be equals to 75 minus 75 minus 12.5, that will be 62.5, and then 0.5 minus 0.05, that will be minus 0.45. That is the value of C. Now if I want to find out the value of y, that is C, that is 62.5 minus 0.45 y plus I is 80 plus g is 100. Now if I take this y to the other end, it will become 0.55 y equals to 180 plus 62.5, that is 242.5. So the value of y will be this divided by 0.55, that will be 440.9. That will be your value of national income. And the value of multiplier, so value of tax multiplier will be 1 minus 1 by 1 minus b plus bt, proportional tax, mind it. So 1 by 1 minus b का value कितना है? 0.5 plus bt. B is again 0.5 into T is 0.1. So that will be 1 by 0.5 plus zero point 0.5 into 0.1, 0.05, 0.05. So that will be plus zero point 0.5, that will be 55, 1 divided by 0.55, that will be 1.81 will be your tax multiplier. Clear? Now here same thing, but they've given TR. Again you have to calculate YD. YD is again Y minus T, that is 25, minus 0.1 Y plus TR, that is 50. When you calculate this, you'll get YD, put it in C, you can easily find the answer. Now in a 4-sector model, remember 4-sector model, the aggregate demand side is represented by C plus I plus G plus X minus M. Add export, deduct import, and the aggregate supply side is C plus S plus T as before. So now you see this is your C curve. First of all, this is your aggregate supply line. This is your aggregate supply curve, dividing the area between the X and Y axis into two equal parts. Then this is your C, this is your C plus I, this is your C plus I plus G, and this is your C plus I plus G X minus M. So in this economy, there is leakages is happening. That's why you find that C plus I plus G that doesn't include export or import is higher compared to C plus I plus G X minus M. So the equilibrium is achieved at this point, because in a 3-sector model, remember, if X is more than M, then there will be net injections and economy will achieve equilibrium at a higher level. But if imports are more than exports, then the equilibrium will be achieved at a lower income level, that will denote net leakages from the economy. Now as far as problems are concerned, you have to add export, same problem, you have to add export, deduct import. So you see consumption is given as this one. Let's solve this one quickly. And they've given only proportional tax. So can I say YD is Y minus 0.1Y? That is YD, can I write is here Y minus 0.1Y, that will be 0.9Y, 0.9Y, that will be your disposable income. So now if I want to find out C, we know A plus BYD, that is 40 plus 0.8 YD. YD is what? How much? 0.9Y into 0.9Y. So can I write C equals to 40 plus 0.72Y? Alright, clear? So this is your value of C. So Y will be C plus I plus G plus X minus M. So C is 40 plus 0.72 Y plus I is 60 plus G is 40 plus X is 58 and minus M is 0.05 Y. So whatever is with Y, shift it on the left hand side. So can I write here Y minus 0.72 Y plus 0.05 Y equals to, that will be 40 plus 60 is 100, 100 plus 40 is 140, and 140 plus 58, that will be 198, correct? So now 1 minus 0.72 plus 0.05, that will be 0.33 Y equals to 198. So Y will be 198 divided by 0.33, that you will get 600 as the answer. And then they have said that if net export were to now you have to find out actually net export. Net export is how much? Export is 58, import is 0.5Y. We know Y is 600. So 600 into 0.05. So import will be 600 into 0.05, that will be 30. Export is how much? 58. So X minus M, that will be 58 minus 30, that will be 28, correct? So that will be the trade balance. And then they've said that if export it has to increase to 6.25, then what is again you do the same thing, but rather than taking export you know as 198 here as export is 58, you will take 58 plus 6.25, that is 64.25, and solve again. And the last problem here, yeah, foreign trade multiplier. Remember, foreign trade multiplier has a formula FTM, that is 1 by 1 minus B plus M, small m. That will give you foreign trade. Foreign trade multiplier tells you what will be the implication on investment multiplier due to the incidences of import in the economy. So, same way you have to solve, find out what is the consumption. So, what is the disposable in tax is 0. It means YD equals to Y. It means you can start away, begin from C. So, C is 60 plus Y is 60 plus 0.9 YD. YD and Y is same because tax is 0. So, this is your C plus I is 10 plus G is 10 plus export is 20 minus import. So, minus 10 minus 0.05 Y, induced import and the usual import. Both you have to deduct it. This is induced import and this is lump sum import. So, now Y will be, or let's do one thing, shift whatever with Y to the left hand side. So, can I say Y minus 0.9 Y plus 0.05 Y equals to 60 plus 170, 80, 100 minus 10, that is 90. So, 1 minus 0.9 plus 0.05, that will be 15. 0.15 Y equals to 90. So, 90 divided by 0.15, that will be 600. Y will be equals to 600 again in this case. And foreign trade multiplier, that will be FTM 1 by 1 minus B. B का वैल्यू कितना है 0.9, 0.9 1 minus B plus M, so plus 0.05. So if you do this, 1 minus 0.9 minus 0.05, that 1 minus 0.9, sorry, minus 0.05. So you'll have 0.05. So 1 divided by 0.05. So 1 divided by 0.05. So 20 you are getting value of multiplier. Oh, sorry, I have subtracted it. 1 minus 0.9 plus 0.05. So 0.15, sorry, you have to add it. I subtracted it. So 1 by, that will be 0.15. So 1 divided by 0.15. So that will be 6.66 times. So 6.66, it means after taking into consideration the import, that is induced import, for every 1 rupee increase in autonomous investment, national income will increase by 6 rupees 66 paisa. I hope this session makes everything clear to you. Please re-watch this session if you have not understood some of the any of the concept, and also you can go back and revise from the marathon sessions as well. I hope this session makes it clear to you. Again, please do write in the comment box Keynesian or national income, and don't go away because the session will be carried forward using accounts. So meet you again in the next session with the concept of public finance. Till then, all the best and Yashashi Bhava.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another session at Mission Yeshas. In yesterday's class, what did we discuss? We were discussing final accounts of non-profit organizations, and we saw a question where they had given you the receipts and payments account and they asked you to prepare a income and expenditure account. Yesterday's thought process of preparing income and expenditure account was on accrual basis Today, let us look at a question where they would have given you the income and expenditure account. You need to prepare the receipts and payments account. If we need to prepare receipts and payments account, on what basis do we need to think about? We need to think about the question from a cash basis point of view. When I say accrual basis, I was thinking about which time period the transaction pertains to. If I'm thinking about cash basis, I am thinking about which time period is the transaction settled in. If it is settled in the current year, you are going to add, and if it is settled in another year, you are going to deduct. Let us look at what I'm trying to say. You start with your amount given as per your income and expenditure account. You may have opening outstanding item, closing outstanding item, opening prepaid item, closing prepaid item given as an adjustment, and you need to find out what is your amount as per receipts and payments account. Now, like I said, receipts and payments account, we need to think about cash basis. We need to think about in which year the transaction was settled in. Opening outstanding, it pertains to previous year. I don't need to think about when it pertains to. It pertains to previous year. It is settled in the current year. Closing outstanding pertains to current year, is generally settled in the next year, or I can say it is not settled in the current year. It is going to be settled in future. Opening prepaid pertains to current year but was settled in the previous year. You either received or paid the money in the previous year, and that's why it was called as prepaid, but that amount pertained to the current year. Closing prepaid pertains to the next year, is settled in the current year. Current year item will be added and other year item is going to be deducted. This is how you can find out the amount of receipts payment if your income expenditure is given to you. Of course, you can also prepare this, or you can find out this by preparation of a memorandum income account, memorandum expense account. If specifically asked in the exam, prepare the account. If not specifically asked, you can use a plus minus method and find out the answer. Simple logic to be remembered. If they're asking you receipts payments, think from cash basis. If you need to find out income expenditure, think from accrual basis. Cash basis, think about the settlement. Accrual basis, think about the time period in which the transaction relates to. So yesterday we saw a question of preparing income and expenditure account if receipts payments was given to you. Today, let us try to look at the opposite scenario. As usual, selecting the question from the ICI study material itself, I am selecting illustration number 10. We are looking at a question where income expenditure account is given. We need to find out receipts payments. The income and expenditure account for the youth club of year 2020 is as follows. They've given you all incomes, expenses. The account has been prepared after the following adjustments. Subscription outstanding at the end of 2021. Subscription received in advance on 31st December 21. First one is your opening outstanding. The second one is your opening prepaid. Subscription received in advance 31st December 2022. Subscription outstanding 31st December 2022. That's closing prepaid and closing outstanding. Okay. Salaries outstanding at the beginning and the end of 2022 were respectively 400, 450. This is outstanding opening and outstanding closing. General expense include insurance prepaid to the extent of 60, closing prepaid. Audit fee for 2022 is as yet unpaid. Audit fee for current year not paid, closing outstanding. During 2022, audit fee for 2021 was paid amounting to 200. During current year, we have paid last year amount, opening outstanding. In this question, another feature is that the data is not given in a tabular format. If they give you particulars, opening, closing, it becomes very easy. They've given in a paragraph format. You need to identify which are the opening balances, which are the closing balances, which item is outstanding, which item is prepaid. The entire yellow color paragraph is talking about outstanding and prepaid items. The club owned a freehold lease of ground valued at 10,000. The club had sports equipment on 1st January 2600. At the end of the year after depreciation, this amounted to 2,700. In 2021, last year, the club had raised a loan of bank loan of 2,000. This was outstanding throughout 2022. On 31st December 2022, end of the year, cash in hand amounted to 1,600. The entire green color paragraph is giving you data of various assets and liabilities, some opening balances, some closing balances. You are required to prepare receipts and payments account for the year ended and balance sheet at the end of the year. So let's get straight to it. I'll prepare regular formats. I will go ahead to say receipts and payments account and balance sheet. So I'll start with a regular receipts and payments account. Receipts and payments account for the year ended dash. Okay. I will look at the income expenditure as a base and try to prepare receipts and payments account. I'm preparing receipts payments account. Thought process will be cash basis. Let's start. I'm looking at the income side. No, sir. Before looking at income side, what should I record? In your receipts and payments account, you will start by recording to balance brought down. We don't know what is the opening balance of either cash or bank. They had given me closing balance in the last sentence of the question. I don't know what is the opening balance. I leave it blank for now. Let's continue reading. On the income side, we have by subscription. I will record here on the debit side. It becomes a receipt. To subscription. How much is the income that we have? We have an income of 7,500. The table below is giving us details for subscription outstanding prepaid. I am asking you, this outstanding prepaid subscription is settled in which year? Opening outstanding is received in the current year. Opening prepaid is received in the previous year. Closing prepaid is received in current year. Closing outstanding may be received in the next year. 600 add 270 add plus 600 plus 270, and we had 450 and 750 as deduct. Whatever I am writing in orange color, it is preferable to have a separate working note for this transaction for the calculation. If you don't have time, present it in the receipts payments account itself. You get subscription received 7,170. Let's come down to the next one. What is the next item on the income side? Entrance fee 250 rupees. Was there any adjustment for entrance fee? No, sir. To entrance fee 250. Next item, contribution for annual dinner 1,000. No adjustment. Annual dinner contribution 1,000. Next one, annual sports meet receipt 750. No adjustment. Annual sports meet receipts 750. Come down to the payment side. Come down to the expense side. Look at the payments. To salary 4,750. I can record on the payment side by salary. How much is the expense that they have given us? They have given us an expense of 4,750. I remember reading below the table, the first line told me about salaries outstanding. Salaries outstanding 400 at the beginning of the year pertains to previous year, paid in the current year. Add 400 rupees. End of the year 450 rupees outstanding, not paid. Deduct 450. You get your salary paid equal to 4,700. Next item, going back to the question, we have general expenses. I don't think there was any adjustment. No, general expenses prepaid. The next line itself told over there. Below salary, marking in orange color on the board now, general expenses include insurance prepaid to the extent of 60. My current year expense is given to you as 500. You're paid 60 rupees in advance. What is the total amount paid? Total amount paid will be 560. By general expense, 500 for current year, 60 for the next year, total amount 560 paid. Look at the next item. What do we have? The next item we have is audit fee. Again, there was an adjustment for audit fee. But here I will directly say audit fee which I paid in the current year is how much? 200. So how can you directly say this? Current year audit fee not paid. What I paid in current year? Last year audit fee of 200. So directly I am saying 200. or indirectly if you want to calculate, you can say audit fee given in the income and expenditure account is 250. Out of that, opening outstanding paid in current year, add 200. Closing outstanding pertains to current year not paid, deduct 250. Same, you will get 200. Let's continue. Secretary's honorarium. Honorarium is an amount paid to receive services from a person who's an outsider. No adjustment over there. I continue to record by honorarium directly 1000. Next item, what do we have? Stationery printing, no adjustment by printing and stationery 450. Next one, annual dinner expenses 1500, no adjustment. Annual dinner expenses 1500. Next one, interest and bank charges. I don't think I read any adjustment for interest and bank charges, so I can directly record the amount which is given to you to interest. I'm sorry, all these elements on the credit side are by printing stationery, by annual dinner, by interest and bank charges. What is the amount? 150. Next item is interesting. Depreciation. Can I record over here by depreciation? No, sir. By depreciation will come in your income and expenditure account. It does not come in your receipts and payments account. Why it does not come in your receipts and payments account? It's a non-cash item. There is no any cash outflow. It's an expense going to income expenditure. But there is no receipt or payment of cash involved over here. Hence, it will not come in your receipts and payments account. And then you have a surplus. So I've looked at the items in income expenditure and I've recorded the relevant receipts payments. What is pending, sir? Look at the additional information. There might be certain other items as well. I come down to the additional information. Tell me whether this item is considered or not considered. First one, subscription, outstanding prepaid taken. Salary outstanding taken. General expense taken. Audit fee last year, current year taken. Yellow color, orange color details I have taken. What I have not taken? The green paragraph. The green paragraph was talking about various assets and liabilities. There is a freehold lease of ground 10,000. Okay. Sports equipment is given to you beginning and end of the year. I will go ahead to prepare working note number 1, fixed asset account. In this case, the fixed asset is nothing but sports equipment. In your fixed asset account, they've given you the opening balance and the closing balance. How much is the opening balance? To balance brought down. Opening balance is 2,600. After depreciation, they are saying by balance carried down is 2,700. In your income and expenditure account, you found out your depreciation is given as how much? In the income and expenditure account, the last element was depreciation, which is 300. There is no other data related to fixed asset. There is no purchase. There is no sale. I want to close the account. The total of the account is 3,000. What is the balancing figure? The balancing figure is coming down on the asset side or on the debit side of the fixed asset account. It represents some transaction which increases the balance of your assets. Which transaction increases the balance of your asset is nothing but your purchase of fixed asset. You will call it as to cash. How much is that balance? 400. Sir, you just now said there is no purchase or sale. But this we got as a balancing figure in your fixed asset account. Sir, why was this not given in income and expenditure account? In income and expenditure account, you have only your revenue item. Purchase of fixed asset is a capital item which will not appear in your income and expenditure account. Will it come to receipts payments account? Yes, sir. Which side? Payment side. So on the payment side, I will go ahead to say buy fixed asset, or you can say buy sports equipment as per working note number 1, which is 400 rupees. Is there any other element, sir? Let us continue reading the question. Apart from sports equipment, what do we have? The club had a loan which is not paid, so I don't need to record that. On 31st December, cash in hand was 1600. Now closing balance of cash will come down on your credit side by balance carried down 1600. I've considered all the elements. You just need to take a total and tell me what's the balancing figure. The total of all these items comes down to 10,560. And here your balancing figure will represent the opening balance of cash bank. That's the only element which is missing in your receipts payments account. So you get that as a balancing figure, which in this case amounts to 1390. Okay, sir. What else have they asked you to prepare? They've also asked you to prepare balance sheet. Can I directly go ahead to prepare balance sheet? No, sir. You will need a second working note. Sir, why do we need a second working note? They've asked us to prepare balance sheet. I can go ahead to prepare directly. No, sir. We need the balance sheet as on 1st January as a working note. Sir, why do we need this balance sheet on 1st January as a working note, sir? Our capital details are not given in this question. So I need to find out opening capital by using working note. Let me record the opening details that we have and find out this capital. If the capital is given to you, you do not have to prepare any such working note. Where are the elements of opening assets and liabilities in the entire additional information you can look at? Before that, in this receipts and payments, in this income and expenditure account, is there any data? No, sir. Why no, sir? Income and expenditure account prepared on accrual basis. Whatever is there here is for current year. There's nothing related to the previous year. Look at the additional information and keep recording the opening information. We have opening subscription, outstanding subscription and prepaid subscription. Outstanding subscription is an asset which is 600. Prepaid subscription or subscription received in advance is a liability which is 450. Below that we have opening outstanding salary, opening outstanding audit fee, which are both liabilities. Opening outstanding salary, if I recall, is 400. Outstanding audit fee for previous year is 200. In the additional information in green color, we have freehold lease of ground. Ground will come on the asset side, 10,000. We have sports equipment, which can also be called as fixed asset. Opening balance is 2,600. And then there is a loan. Loan was taken in the last year amounting to 2,000, which remained unpaid. Apart from this, is there any other item? The last line of the question tells you on 31st December, the cash balance. Can you tell me on 1st Jan, how much is the cash balance? This we got in our receipts and payments account as a balancing figure. If you remember, I go and mark it there in yellow color. You got this 1390 as a balancing figure in receipts and payments account, which will be taken in your opening balance sheet. Once I record this element 1390, can I take capital as a balancing figure? Is there any other item? No, sir. So the total of this balance sheet comes to 14,590. What is your capital? Balancing figure 11,540. Where will I use this balancing figure 11,540? I will use this to prepare closing balance sheet of the organization. So I go ahead to say balance sheet of dash. What is the name of the organization that we have? Youth Club. Balance sheet of Youth Club as on 31st December. What are the elements that I will have? I remember the elements that we recorded just now in the opening balance sheet. Similar elements can we take? Yes, sir. There is going to be a ground of 10,000. There is going to be sports equipment, or you can call it as fixed asset. I need to record the closing balance, which was given to you in the question, 2,700. Apart from this, what are the other assets and liabilities? Now you go back to the question and identify. So outstanding prepaid items, tell me which are assets, which are liabilities. Outstanding subscription income is an asset. Prepaid subscription received in advance is a liability. Closing balance is 750 for outstanding and 270 for prepaid. We have outstanding salary on the liabilities side, and we have outstanding audit fee on the liabilities side. Outstanding salary end of the year was 450. Outstanding audit fee, current year audit fee was 250. Is there any other item? I go back to see over there. Yes, sir. Orange color marked prepaid insurance. Prepaid insurance expense paid in advance asset. Prepaid insurance you can say, or prepaid general expense you can say, 60 rupees. Is there any other item? Let's continue seeing. Freehold lease of ground recorded. Sports equipment recorded. Loan and cash to be recorded. Loan will come on the liabilities side, 2,000. It was unpaid till the end of the year. Cash closing balance directly given to you, 1,600. Is there any other item? Yes, sir. We prepared working note to find out capital. What was the capital that you found out? 11,540. Can we record that as the closing balance? No, sir. To this 11,540, I add the surplus element that we have in the question, 600. Add 600, you get closing capital 12,140. Once you have recorded all these items, what do you get as a total of your balance sheet? 15,110 is the total. The balance sheet matched, and this question did not take us more than 15 minutes. Important aspects to note over here. Non-profit organization is an easy chapter. There are very few specific points that you need to remember in mind. What are those specific points, sir? Even yesterday, we had a recap of those points. What are those points? In your receipts payments account, in your income and expenditure account. What is the basis of accounting? Receipts and payments account is on cash basis. Income and expenditure account is on accrual basis. Other than this, you have capital versus revenue items. Receipts and payments account will record both. Income and expenditure account will record only revenue items. Cash versus non-cash items. Income and expenditure account will record both. Receipts and payments account will record only your cash items. Non-cash items are not recorded. So if you take care of cash basis, accrual basis, capital item, revenue item, cash item, non-cash item, you get to know the conversion between these two effects or these two elements. They've given you receipts payments, converted to income expenditure. They've given you income expenditure, converted to receipts payments. Do not get scared of this chapter. Other than this, what are the special points to be taken care, sir? Few specific transactions only related to NPO. I'll just quickly summarize a few transactions that we can recall. Sir, first one, what do you say for donations, sir? Where will it come? In your receipts payments account? Where will it come? In your income expenditure account? Sir, this donation is divided into two types. What are the two types? The two types of donation could be either general donation or specific donation. Both are receipts, sir. It will come in the debit side of receipts and payments account. In your income and expenditure account, general donation, credit side. Specific donation will not come. Why it will not come, sir? It's a capital item. It will be taken to the liabilities side of balance sheet. Income and expenditure account records only revenue items. Specific donation, building donation, tournament donation, match fund donation becomes a specific donation. The NPO has to use the amount for specific purpose. It will go to your balance sheet on the liabilities side. Apart from this, can I say subscription, amount paid periodically to avail services from the NPO? Where will it come? Receipts and payments account, debit side. Income and expenditure account, credit side. Revenue item. What if I say entrance fee, also called as admission fee? Receipts and payments account, debit side. Income and expenditure account, no sir, it's a capital item. It will be added capital in your balance sheet. However, for entrance fee, sometimes the question specifically says take it as a revenue item, then you take it as a revenue item. If the question has not specified anything, take it as a capital item. Capital item does not go to income and expenditure account, it will go to capital in the balance sheet. What else could we have, sir? We could have something called as legacy. Legacy received, legacy is the amount received or item received on the death of a person through the will. Receipts will come to your receipts and payments account. It does not go to income and expenditure account. It is added to capital in your balance sheet. Basically, here I'm trying to give you the effect of certain special transactions in receipts payments account, income expenditure account, or balance sheet. What else could be special transactions, sir? Can I say we could have something like life membership fee? Life membership fee receipt, it will come on the debit side. Will it go to income and expenditure account? Yes, sir. If the life is given, then I will say yes. If the life is given, it will go to income and expenditure account. How? It will go to income and expenditure account divided over life. It will go to income and expenditure account on which side? Credit side. Example, the NPO received 20 lakh and the life membership is valid for 20 years. What to do? 1 lakh will go to income and expenditure account every year. When will it go to balance sheet? It will go to balance sheet on the capital. It will become a capital item. You will add it to your balance sheet when life is not given. They just say life membership fee received 20 lakh. They've not specified a life. That means it is valid for unlimited period of time. Added to capital in your balance sheet. Other transactions could be honorarium, amount paid to outsiders to avail their services. Example, a chief guest, a guest lecturer. It will come in your receipts and payments account on the credit side. All the previous transactions that we discussed are receipts. This is a payment. It will come in your receipts and payments account on the credit side, and in your income and expenditure account, it is an expense. It will come on the debit side. Fund balances. Fund balances, if you receive money, you pay money. You receive money, receipts payments account debit side, and if you pay money, receipts payments account credit side. Will it come to income and expenditure account? No, sir. In your balance sheet, the closing balance will be shown on the liabilities side. There is one situation when it can come in your income and expenditure account. When is that? When your payments are more than your receipts. You collected 1 lakh rupees for a specific purpose. You collected 1 lakh rupees for a match fund. The match expenses were 1 lakh 5,000. 5,000 expense will go to income expenditure account. You collected match fund of 1 lakh. You spent only 90,000. 10,000 remaining match fund will be shown on liability side of balance sheet. So if your receipts are more, the remaining amount you show in the balance sheet. If your payments are more, whatever extra money is there, show it on the expense side in your income and expenditure account. So like I said, apart from capital item, revenue item, accrual basis and cash basis, these are few special transactions that you need to keep in mind while preparing accounts of NPO. It's not a difficult chapter. Understand the treatment of these special transactions. Understand what is receipts payments account, what is income expenditure account, and automatically you will be able to prepare the same. I hope this gives you confidence for the exam. May your balance sheet always tally. Yashasvi Bhava. Wishing you success always. I have not yet gone. I'm still here. We're doing this mission Yashas, taking a lot of efforts. I just want to see whether you are connected or not. What should you do to tell me that you are connected? Just say non-profit organizations. We are confident, sir, in the chat box. Once again, wishing you success. Yashasvi Bhava. I have not yet gone. I really want you to comment saying, I will not skip this chapter. I am confident on this chapter. See you in the next one. Yashasvi Bhava.